everyone. It turns out that the end it forgot the manufacturer that I signed for, so they have a bug because it's much quicker. Nice. Whoa. I wonder how Gran Turismo messed this up, if indeed it was a mess up. So with the Toyota, I did some testing last night in a group organized by, and I was about 8 seconds off, but I realized that he was using the soft tires in both stints as opposed to mediums. So after the first stint I lost 5 seconds, and then I switched from mediums to soft during the pit stop, and the gap maintained to one of the best drivers in the world. But I was in a different car, so anyway, it doesn't matter really, because I'm still ranked as a B-class driver with this new account. So I don't expect much drama tonight. If anything, I'll be pretty devastated if I'm not in the top 3. So I need to not bottle it. But I'm hoping that we do find someone who's also climbing the ladder again, and we can have some good battles around one of my favorite racetracks. I think this reverse direction version of the track is actually my favorite now, of Circuit Maggiore. I did post a driver's guide around here, but if memory serves, I think that was on racing mediums, not on racing softs. Either way, you can still use that as a reference if you want to quickly watch that. It's on my lap guides in the YouTube before your race, so by all means. Luckily I came on. I wasn't even going to come on tonight. I did some laps this morning and I was preparing for tomorrow in my mind, so I still don't understand why there's even an FIA race today. I honestly thought it was tomorrow. But thanks to those of you who are joining in on this impromptu race. Oh, we got another South African in here. Just 1 second, I need to move my headphones. It's going to be noisy. I can also tell you, since we're here, that I'm uploading my first members only video to Patreon, and I realized that I just need to check how, but I think I've unlocked memberships on my YouTube channel. So once I figure that out, I'm also going to be uploading it to YouTube. But for those of you who are a patron, first of all, thank you. Second of all, tomorrow you can look forward to a unique video of the Volkswagen Golf GTI test. It's basically uninterrupted onboard video, which I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm going to be doing for the races as well. I've mentioned this before. An uninterrupted video, but with the races, I'm going to try and do some commentary on top of them of the full stint. Okay, maybe a little bit. I may run out of things to say, but I'm going to try my best to commentate on the full stints of my races this year, which will be exclusively available to members of my channel. But tomorrow, I suppose, is a test. It's going to be unseen footage, the onboard videos from the road car Golf GTI test, and the race car unedited onboard videos with my usual logo overlays. But I mean, the people who are subscribers can share it. It's not going to be private listed, it's going to be just unlisted, so it's not publicly available. That being said, here we are at Circuit Maggiore, Lago. Absolutely love this place. I raced against the aliens last night and had a lot of fun in the test race. I only got to race them once. Messed up my strategy, not knowing that it was softs all the way. You just have to run a survival game in the last 2 laps. I'm on the softs now. Okay, so we're going to head into qualifying in 18 seconds, and it's the first time I've been in the Porsche until 4 minutes ago, but I did set a top 3 EU record here the other day, a couple of weeks ago. So I need to unlock that knowledge, albeit on different set of tires, and hopefully we can do well in qualifying. Recently my qualifying has improved, so I'm a lot more confident these days. I used to really suck at quali. I would mostly bottle qualifying, which would result in me messing up my race. Okay, here we go. I will read comments after this, by the way. Just for now, let's just get this lap in. Tsutsu last night on 75% fuel somehow managed to do a 53, which is so fast. So fast. Just trying to get out of everyone's way. I shouldn't have left the pit so quickly. This is going to be a bit of a traffic management nightmare. It's going to be like a Blancpain race at Barcelona. You should see how mental those are. Everyone slows down at the final chicane to get a perfect run, and they screw up your lap like you cannot believe. One of the great frustrations. Key here is not to use up the softs on the outlap, but still have to generate some heat. Okay, let's see if we can do a good lap here. Rev the crap out of the engine. This car definitely moves around a lot more compared to the Toyota. Got to get back to the pits. 4 minutes remaining. One more flying lap. Should be in the 54s. But I'm driving this car like I would the Toyota. I need to unplug that and do the driving as if I'm in a Porsche. Surprisingly, a lot more different than I anticipated, honestly. I credit to Gran Turismo, because when you stop playing a car for a while and choose something else with different characteristics, there actually is quite a noticeable difference. I didn't realize that. I've been doing so many kilometers recently in a specific car that I kind of forgot how different they can be. Anyway, let's try to get back to the pits. 3 minutes remaining to race against the clock. Oh, hello understeer. I need to sort that out. So let's go front bias. Just gonna wait a minute. Well, not a minute. I'm gonna wait 10-15 seconds, let everyone else do their their tire changes. Just try and give me some space. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit more front bias. I don't have my custom livery on today, because I signed the I logged on to do like some FIA testing, you know, and then I noticed that it was open, so that was a mistake. This is the car I was going to use, the Vision GT FT1. I used it in the Nürburgring. Oh no, sorry, that's the Supra. Oh, David. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Okay, I'm going to go back into focus mode. I have a tendency to make mistakes when I'm commentating. Really want to do a 54 with this car. I was doing 54.7 this morning with the Toyota, and I know the Porsche is quicker around here. Just all depends on how quickly I can unplug my brain from that car. Okay, let's go. Where are we on the brake balance? We're going to the front. Let's go 1. That should have been flat. Misjudged that one. So we're going to be about 1.5 tenths down. But still got the rest of the lap to go. car, you want to be on that curb there. If you miss the yellow curb, it's basically game over for good lap time. Okay. Just one moment please while I try and get these comments open. I need to open the YouTube app. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry guys, this may be a bit of a boring one today because the competition is way out. Sorry guys, this may be a bit of a boring one today. Okay. Darian, what's happening? Alfred, how you doing? Josh Martin, you legend. Mate, you always tune in the wrong streams. I'm either totally bottling it, or in this case, we're just gonna go around in circles. You know, unless I do manage to bottle it. Okay. Paul, how you doing? Mr. Woodman. Woodman, I'm back in the Porsche because I don't know why. I was offered an option to change the driver contract because of a bug in the game, and in the end I decided to do it. So, whoops. Old school. This is FIA Championship Exhibition Series. I also thought it was tomorrow. What's happening, guys? Woodman, the Toyota actually does fuel quite well. Just 1 second, I quickly have to go turn off TV in the lounge. It's quite loud. So the Toyota was actually quite around here, but when I try to set lap times at places like the Nürburgring GP, I was easily a second off my Porsche times. So yeah, I think I really like the FT1 Vision Gran Turismo, but it seems to lack pace. So around Nürburgring, it understeered and had oversteer, like really bad balance. Cypher, what's happening? Glad for you to join us. Willie Bimmer, thanks so much for tuning in. Andrew, welcome. Hope you enjoy it. Woodman, yeah, you could rev it all the way to 10,000 and it would you'd still come in with 1 lap left of fuel at the end. Okay, so I just took a look at Tsutsu, and his overall lap time here, race time, was 21 minutes 44 seconds. So if I do a 54 second race time to 21 minutes 54 seconds, so let's say 22 minutes, I'll be pretty happy, because at the moment Tsutsu is one of the form guys. Thanks again to everyone who's tuned in. I'm sorry, I'm making quite a few noises. It's totally impromptu. I hadn't mentally prepared for this race. I don't even have my Ronaldo Racing livery on the car. I'm pretty devastated about that. I spent so much time in the Toyota one and I forgot to do it on this one. So, David Perrell, you're special. We're going to do this race twice, by the way, and the aim here is actually just to boost my driver ranking so I can get into driver ranking A. The daily races are killing me with boredom, so I decided I just haven't done enough daily races to get into A, even though I should comfortably do so. So we are 6,000 points away from an A ranking, and then it's the long slog to A+. So I mean, I'm going to have to do some daily races. I'll do some tomorrow. On Thursday I'm not around though. Thursday I go to Germany for some simulator work with Ronaldo Racing and one of my teammates for this year. All will be revealed, guys. All will be revealed. Just be patient. So we just have to watch the fuel, because I'm not sure what the fuel strategy is in this car. I'll short shift a little bit on the second lap, provided I don't bottle it on this lap. Wow, my connection is really bad at the moment. David Perel, super lag. Need to get on that yellow curb more. And then just drive towards the wall on the exit using the diamond line. Jeez, already 6 seconds up the road. That was a mistake. So the main challenge with this combination is actually managing the soft tires in the final lap of each stint. It's quite a lot of understeer on lap 4 and 5, and it all depends on how you treat them on lap 1, 2, 3. Obviously I didn't do a good job in the high speed section, but as little squealing as you can get away with is the aim here. We have to try and do a 56 on this lap in order to maintain some semblance of competitiveness against the top guys. Oh, I keep missing that corner. That's costing me that section there quite a few tenths of a second. Okay, 15 seconds. I wonder, the guy in second is maybe on the medium tire. Rear is sliding. Let's go to the front again on the brake balance. Look at these tires, they are kaput. 18 seconds. Okay, David, well, I don't know why I'm focusing on them. I know what my target lap times are. I wrote them down last night, and I'm not hitting them. My opening lap was good, but lap 2 was 1 second off. And lap 3 as well. Lap 4 was actually a few tenths up. And now we're going to box on lap 5. Should be around a 2 minute 12.0 or so. Stay on the yellow, buddy. There you go. And we shoot into the pit lane. It's my pit crew wondering where is the car. Two minute 12.2. That is a fast in lap. That's a very fast in lap for these tires. 6 laps of fuel remaining. We're just on target in terms of fuel, but we're about 2 or 3 seconds off in terms of target race time. This outlap should be 156.0-ish. Unlikely. But that's the hope here. Followed by a 55 of some form. Oh, but you need to hit these apexes, David. .550. Okay. So we're on target for decent race time, but it's not alien level yet. Okay, I need to do a 55 on this lap, a low 55. Boom! 55.0. Stoked with that one. Oh my god, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Okay, this lap I need to do a 55 high, like a 7. That was no good. That's not how you do 55.7. But, oh gosh, okay. Keep pushing. Just need to stop missing apexes. A lot of understeer. A lot of scrubbing understeer. Oh, managed to just keep that on the road. Rotate around that corner. Don't touch the grass there, you will spin into a wall somewhere. Nine, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm on for the right amount of fuel consumption. Braked a little bit too early there, but you know what? A slower lap here could possibly preserve my tires for the last lap. Yeah, a little bit too slow, missed half a second there. .57.4 is the next target. I think I've used the tires a little bit too much here, guys. Just a little bit too keen. A little bit too keen on the tires. 57.3, okay, that's on target. But these are the two laps that I struggle with most personally. Gotta get it in the curbs here. Oh, you want to be on that curb there and just don't touch here, otherwise you spin. This guy in front's not doing too bad. I'm actually struggling to keep up with him at the moment. It's like he's suddenly found his pace. Come on buddy, let me through. Oh man, you really want to get into that little, the yellow curb gives you so much grip. You're covering less distance at a slow speed, which is critical. 58 is not a bad lap time. Whoa, little snappy over there. I can tell you for sure this car is much better at managing tires compared to the Toyota. So don't understeer off as you're saying that. I'm going a little bit too slowly. I'm overcompensating for the tires. Lost unnecessary time there. I'm not going to look at fuel anymore. We're on target. Potential is 54.7. That's not slow. TX3 Adam did a 54.9 in the Alien race. So I'm really happy to do a 55.0 in this particular stint. Oh my gosh. Hanging on for dear life now. We need a 59. Come on, David. So far on for 58.5. Okay, so I just missed out on TX3 Adam. He did a 21.38. Tutu did a 21.44. Okay. Sorry guys. I'm trying to keep it interesting here with the trying to chase an overall time. No, thank you. For those of you asking why I'm a B-ranked driver, it's because I started a new account because I wanted my South African flag on the leaderboards because I'm from South Africa. I'm not British. Chef on speed, alles gut, alles gut. Okay, what questions have we got here? John Foster, once you sign your contract for the FIA Championship, you can't change it until I don't know when. But my understanding is the whole exhibition series is going to be this way. Save replay. Just quickly take a screenshot of this. And now let's quickly check how it affected the driver ranking. History. We gained 2,000 points. So I need to do this 3 more times if I want to continue in that way. So what we could do is could make things interesting and enter the other race. I mean, I'm happy with that result. I'm not going to race against higher ranked drivers, so I can enter this one quickly. What car do I have at my disposal? We've got the Rinaldi Racing here. Yeah, John, I originally signed with Toyota. This is going to be much more interesting, guys, because some of them are going to be racing in the Ferrari F50, and I haven't done much practice around here. I did like 5 minutes today. So I think this will be the more exciting race to watch. So let's see how it goes. DC, Viva South Africa. Andrew, yeah, mate, it's all down to the people you race against. That's how the score system is determined. Ethan Dean, those people have families. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh man. 57.8. What did I do? I did a 59.3. I couldn't get into the 58s on this track. I eventually just went to work. I was like, screw it. So I honestly think that at this particular race, we're going to have much more challenging competition because I suck. How do I adjust traction control there? Off, and brake balance. Initially, actually, I was getting the gear ratios wrong, and then I was braking at the wrong points. With these Comfort Soft tires, it's a whole new thing. I really hope it's a competition, because I would love to give you guys a good race here. And now that I have the Porsche in the garage, I'm looking forward to giving that the Rinaldi Racing treatment. I didn't get to finish the color scheme on this one, but as luck would have it, there was a really cool matte green color in the mileage exchange, which is actually very close to the Rinaldi one, but in a matte finish. Now I know a lot of you don't like the green of the Rinaldi Racing. I understand, but it is now grown on me to such a point that I make all my cars in my Gran Turismo garage the same color as the Rinaldi Racing green. A couple of reasons for that. The primary one is actually, you can see this in your rearview mirror. It's striking, and that is something that Michele Rinaldi taught me. He's like, when a Rinaldi Racing car arrives behind you in real life, whoa, almost hit the wall, you know what is coming up behind you. It doesn't blend in like a black Mercedes or black Ferrari or even a red Ferrari. So that was a valuable lesson that I learned from the master, and I've gotten used to it so much that I actually really like it now. So red base with black and white accents, green base, sorry, with majority red, and then black and white accents where necessary has become the quick way for me to do color schemes in this game when I get a new car. I wonder how many people are going to be choosing the Ferrari F50 for this one, because it's much quicker on the straights. I may have made a mistake on this one, but let's see, we'll make it interesting. The saddest thing is I won't be able to complete this manufacturer championship, because next week I go to South Africa for a very long time and I won't have my PlayStation with me, so I'm still trying to figure out how to do videos for you guys the next couple of weeks, which is a shame, honestly. And then when I get back, I go straight to France to start pre-season testing, and I don't come back until April. So if these things aren't managed correctly, it's possible that I'm not going to have any live streams for at least a month and a half, and that's scary. Scary for you guys. Ronaldo's asking why I don't take the PS4 with me. The reason is I can't fit the steering wheel and pedals in my bag. But I did think of taking the actual PS4. My plan at the moment is to find a friend who has the gear and then borrow it from him for like 1 or 2 weeks. Nandalizer is asking if I have a favorite track in real life. It's between Imola and Mugello. I love both racetracks. I can't really decide. And then in third place is Suzuka. And then it's like a mishmash. It's like Spa or Silverstone. I love all of those ones. JH is asking if I've announced what I'm racing. Not yet. Dylan, what's your day job? I am a interface designer and front-end developer. But this year my day job is going to be racing, so that's pretty cool. Oh, we've got an S rank player in here, but he's obviously a B S rank player. A lot of F50s though. So oh god, okay. I'm in for a world of pain now, guys. The aim now is to maintain some kind of ranking, because there's going to be a lot of overtaking on the straights with those F50s if I can't keep up with them in the corners. I'm actually kind of nervous for this one. I should have just done Maggiore again, but you know, we want to keep it interesting. If I manage to finish in the top 3 in this one, I'll be stoked. I think it's definitely possible, but it's just that when you get mugged on the straights, what happens to you when you get to the corners and you're faster? Can you overtake? Plus, I haven't done qualifying with high fuel, so that's going to be interesting as well. But it does feel okay. I just know that I won't be getting to 6th gear with high fuel, so let's see where the fuel is. See, that's going to happen with the F50 guys. Oh, whoa. Whoa, almost touched him. And then the chicane is going to be fun on maximum fuel. This car doesn't actually use much fuel though, so... just so you know, ladies and gents, after this I am going to be logging off because I need to eat dinner, so... Cypher, yeah, I was the founder of Obox Themes and Layers. My primary job in my company was to design the interfaces for the site building elements, and then obviously create the front end code. So, but if you go to layerswp.com or oboxthemes.com, those are my companies. But I sold Layers WP recently. Well, my brother and I sold it. He's my co-founder. And now I just do some custom client work and racing, obviously. Someone asked me what I think of the Thrustmaster GT. I think it's the best wheel for PlayStation, no question. I have criticized the pedals. I wish these pedals were better, but they do the job, and I know that they are working on a different set, and I think actually a new wheel. I can't confirm that. That's my feeling, because they sent me an email the other day asking me some questions, and I was like, you wouldn't send this if you were not working on something new. But yeah, for Gran Turismo, the Thrustmaster GT is, in my opinion, the best wheel. Fanatec has got great force feedback, but no one utilizes it on PlayStation. They don't use the drivers correctly. It's one way to slow you down for the chicane. So what you want here is a slipstream, and that's what makes this racing interesting. It doesn't matter how fast you are, the people in front are difficult to catch. Braking way too late here. Oh my gosh. Almost hit him. Sorry, bro. I was just braking way too late. Okay, no more talking. Let's try get a top 5 with this experience level. Or let's try get a top 3. Hey dude, come on, I'm right here. This is a... Oh, come on! This is a preview of the race that's coming up. Do you think that guy was brake testing me, or do you think he was just getting out the way and didn't know that I was there? That was a prime example of Racing Dave not being Simulator Dave. It's rough out there, kids. I just need to remember to brake early enough for this corner. Somehow hanging on to pole position here. Can hardly believe that, honestly. But I don't think the race is going to be like this, guys. There's no ways I'm going to hold a second advantage in the race. No chance. I should have taken that flat. Why didn't I take that flat? It's qualifying. And I have margin. I'm over-revving the car slightly. You have to just... Yeah. This guy in front of me is quicker, so I need to not lose time here now. The tires are coming to me now, by the way, even though we've done laps on them. It's like, it's now they're arriving. Still hanging on to first. Half a second up. No. 2500ths. Come on, little guy. You can do it. Up the hill. I'm not catching this guy in front. He is going fast. Still just purple. Okay, my competition is in front of me, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. That's the guy who's also in a green car. How dare he? But he's the one who's going to give us a headache. Alrighty. Just reading the comments here quickly. I'll be back in 1 minute. 1 minute, I'll be back. Sorry about that. Because FIA was moved to tonight, plans changed, so I had to go and ask for apologies. Right on. So pole position. Pretty stoked with that one. Let's have a good race. Who was that? Let's have a good race. Hello, nice to meet you. Good luck. I'm just curious if there's a way that I can no. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, super stoked with the amount of you who have watched my videos recently. That's really makes me super happy. And you know, originally when I was going to go to Cape Town for the month, I had no plans on renting or doing anything on the PlayStation, but the fact that you guys keep tuning in, and like tonight we have another record, which is 73 people watching. I know that's nothing compared to TGN and Super GT, but I started at 0, which makes me want to keep, it motivates me a lot, so super stoked. Bruno, how are you doing, bro? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so guys, I honestly think this is going to be a fun race. I really hope it is. Let's go through the grid here. I can't believe this guy has a freaking a green, a green car like me. Hello, there's my design. I've only done the side, ran out of time. I realized now that the numbers on these cars are bigger, which is bumping my Ronaldo Racing sticker. It's covering it. Nice helmet. 07. Bonkers Grunter. Terrible rims. Standard paint job over here. He is also just a walk-in. I'm sure a lot of these guys are just a walk-in. Purple Rain with the helmet. Oh, here's a nice livery. Oh, it's South African. There you go. We got Vettel's French cousin. We've got a Ruski over here, like my teammates. This is a really nice livery actually, from France. Nicely done there, sir. Black Ferrari, that's the color of Ferrari I will get. Black F12, thank you, I will take it right now. TDF. Black F12 TDF, that's my dream car. In 2017 I got to drive one for a weekend and I didn't want to give the keys back. Matte Blue is also an option. Oh, someone went with the KTM. He definitely plays this very rarely. And then this guy, he just had bad luck, but a nice color scheme. How much petrol do we have? Fuel, petrol. What are you, savage? So we're just gonna have to watch that for a bit. Connection is okay, not too much lag, and this guy's hopefully going to get a slipstream and we're going to have a tough race. Hopefully I don't take him out by mistake. Dirty Dave in the house. We have to keep in mind that the tires take 19 laps to come in. Yeah, he's already in the slipstream, coming on strong with the Ferrari behind him. Just got to make sure the Ferrari doesn't hit us, okay. So I didn't go into that corner looking at the apex. I was watching my rearview mirrors entirely because I didn't want to get hit. So I was kind of going in thinking that someone was going to T-bone me. But we seem to be clear at the moment. Those Ferraris are battling hard with each other. Come on guys, come. I'm not slowing down for them because this is still an FIA race and if I can get the clean sheet, which is pole position, fastest lap, and a clean race, I'm gonna take it, you know. So in Fiernity he's gonna have to catch me. That's a definite full gas during qualifying, but it's not in the race. One of the most difficult corners in the game is that right-hander. He's catching, and my connection is getting more and more laggy, which is going to make it a nightmare for him. Oh, we're back to green. That's how we keep things interesting around here, kids. We commentate on Wi-Fi connections. So I didn't actually look at what the aliens did around here, but considering how slow I was in free practice, I don't think it's even worth trying to chase whatever lap times they did. But I didn't do any testing around here. The first time I played this combination was this morning for like 10-15 minutes, and then left in disgust at how slow I was. And I didn't want to try the Ferrari because this car is more fun to drive. So I was hoping for a good race and some good dicing. I'm going to do a small lift through here this lap. Just catch the counter steer, the oversteer. I'm looking forward to getting back to A+, ladies and gentlemen. It's also not possible to measure against the aliens because they were using the F50, which is a faster car around here because of the top speed. If you can master a car which has poor handling but good top speed, if you can master that car, you'll be quick. It's pretty much been the case in all video games where you always choose the car which has better top speed and then try to figure out how to drive it. That was particularly true in Need for Speed. Pretty much all the Need for Speed versions, you never chose a car based on handling. You're just like, okay, can this thing do 400 miles per hour? If yes, I'm going to figure out when to brake and when to turn, and I'll crush competition. Obviously, it's not as clear cut in Gran Turismo, but when you do find those magic combinations, like racing an F50 against this thing shouldn't even be keeping up with an F50. Let's cut straight to that. I'm not sure what Gran Turismo was thinking in this case, because even in real life, if you put an F50 on the track, I think that it would still beat this car if you gave it some Michelin Pilot Sport tires. For those of you just tuned in, tomorrow on my Patreon account I will be posting some uninterrupted onboard footage of my Golf GTI day, which will include the road car test and the racing car, and it's basically the driver's eye onboards without any editing and commentary cutting in. The Golf GTI road car section does have commentary, but that's because I was talking while I was driving in the same way that I'm doing now. It actually came through clearer than I thought. I thought that you wouldn't hear a word, so I shout in the video when actually I didn't need to. So to those of you subscribed, like Woodman, your legend, tomorrow comes the first batch of free footage. Our guy in second place made a big mistake because now he's 4 seconds behind. Definitely was talking and driving there and missed my apex. Look at those clusters of cars on the track map. It's unbelievable if you have a good connection, or if my stream is not at 480p. Fuel's good, so we can go to the lap timers. When I finally get a PC, I'm going to show you guys how to determine strategies with a spreadsheet and 2 5-lap runs, and how you can use 10 laps of practice to come up with a 90-minute strategy. And I'll give you the formulas and everything, and I think I'll try and share the Google spreadsheet with you. You can determine almost exactly to the minute, or the second rather, whether a 3-stop or a 4-stop is quicker based on the tires you use. But you've got to make sure that your 5-lap runs on the 2 different compounds are accurate and consistent enough to use in your data set. So the tough part about determining the strategy is having good data. I did make that. All that being said, I made a huge mistake in the international GT thing, the GT League. I overfilled the car for the first stint and paid the price in terms of lap time during my racing hard run, and I was missing about half a second a lap because of that. So that was stupidity, and I didn't account for that in my strategy guide, in my spreadsheet, because for some reason I thought we started on 100% fuel, but in the International GT League you actually start on less fuel. You start on 0 fuel, and then in the pit stop after the start you fill up the car when you're called onto the track. So I didn't read the rules in that situation. Frustratingly, this lap's going to be quicker, or as quick as my fastest lap. I mean, what the hell, man? David, come on. Well, it's going to be close-ish. Second fastest lap. I hate it when I do that. It's like, what the hell was I doing on lap 4? But I can say for sure that these tires, they take a minute to come in. They definitely take a minute to come in. And now there's so much grip, actually, rear grip. So that's bizarre. Gran Turismo's tyre model is frankly a bit of a joke. It's not realistic. I just mean in terms of tyre wear. I mean, they feel like tyres, they sound like tyres. I personally think this gives you one of the more real tyre feelings when they're fresh compared to real life in terms of sound feedback and feeling in the steering wheel. Definitely more than Project Cars. I mean, what a mess that game is. Project Cars 2, you can't hear yourself braking, you can't hear the car turning. There's just zero feedback in that game. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that thing. Because apparently Project Cars 1 I didn't really play much of. That was really good. PC2, something happened. For example, at least the guys that are Assetto Corsa, they all have real racetrack experience. They drive race cars on the track. Okay, maybe not GT3s, but a lot of them have. There's the fastest lap. I mean, geez, man, I want to kill myself when that happens. A lot of them have driven on racetracks and know the feeling. And you just get the idea that the guys at Project Cars based most of what they programmed or developed on, they based it on what they saw on onboard videos and racing videos. Okay, the tires mapped to the fuel are definitely coming in now. These are my two favorite tracks. Circuit Maggiore in reverse, which we just did, and this track here. I mean, these tracks are just amazingly designed. Like these are works of art in terms of attention to detail and the things they thought about, like the curbing and all that stuff. And then you get a track like Saint Croix, which was designed by the intern who was there for like a day, it must have been, and left the design files in the to-do list in Trello or something. It's the only thing I can imagine. That's how Saint Croix got onto. I mean, who decided that that track, fantasy track, was more important than Grand Valley? Can someone please tell me? Or Apricot Hill, or Deep Forest? Geez, that would have been a fast lap time. I just don't get it. Anyway, here we are. I thought this race would be closer because the guys could slipstream, but it seems that the gap I opened on the first lap was enough to break them, which is what you try and do in real life. You wait for the moment, you watch your competitor as much as you can while you're driving, if they're very close, I mean. Obviously your primary focus is on where you're going, but you can always sense when they make a mistake, and if they make a mistake, even if it's on the first lap, you pile on the pressure and go as fast as you can and try and break their back and their slipstream. And you can often see when that happens, if you look in your mirror again and you see that they're either missed an apex or have snap oversteer or something of that kind, then you know that you're in the money, and can have either you've cracked their attack or their confidence, or when they lose their slipstream, they're not able to stay with you. Man, that's one of the best feelings when you manage to pull that off. That's actually what happens often in Gran Turismo when I'm trying to catch people like Tijni. They crack me lap 2, lap 3, and then I'm like, try a little bit too hard, get a bit too tense, and make a small mistake. Lap 4, boom, they're gone. And then you kick yourself for days. Like, how did you let that happen? I gotta say, the aliens in Gran Turismo really do have something that I haven't been able to find yet, in terms of being able to execute on really fast laps, no matter the tire condition. It's so impressive. I mean, that's not to say that it's directly transferable to the real world. There are elements which you can do in this game which you can't do in real life, and a lot of the fast laps are on this sort of limit which they have so much feel for this specific physics set, which you can't necessarily take to the real world and immediately be fast in, but still they do have a lot of ability. And I don't see any reason why some of these aliens, if they went to racing and started, or somehow got their bums into racing at a young age, I don't see why they wouldn't be just as fast as the fastest guys. My consistency has gone out the window now that I'm chatting to you guys. This car's really fun. I really wish we were racing someone right now. But I'm looking forward to dinner, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, just managed to get the timing on that just right. Let's keep it close to the curb here. And there we go. 2 minute 0.7, 2 minute 0.8, 2 minute 0.8. Should have been 5s. 18 minutes 14 seconds. Quickly go to Tutu's tweet. I was way off. I was 10 seconds slower. 10 seconds slower than TXR Adam in second. But actually, I would have been about 5th in the alien category. You know, all things considered. Their best laps were 58s. My best lap was a 2:05. And they all raced F50s. And the guy who raced an SFR concept like me, he finished in last place. There you go, South Africa, viva! I didn't get clean race, damn it, because I went wide. Now don't be that stoked, bro. It's not worth being that stoked. I mean, you're in the B class. Easy now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this impromptu last minute live stream. You're all legends in my books. And I will see you again whenever the next race is. I assume it will be, well, maybe, I'm hoping Saturday. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget davidperil.net and all those things. Like, share, subscribe. You have all been super on that, so no need to beg. Thank you so much. We will catch you Friday or Saturday.